Hey guys, another late night blurry video. I want to talk about truckers tonight. I drove a truck for about 4 years over the road, trying to get out of it, trying to get local, trying to do other things. And then they offered me this $300 a day gig, and it's like, shit, sweet. Got this accountant up here in Pennsylvania. I've been working. This is my 4th day. Today should be my day off, but this guy's wife got sick, went to the hospital, so here I am, all on my lonesome. When y'all know I'm a socialist, and y'all know that y'all know my political ideals, my ideals. When I go to customers, or I go to deal with any kind of trucking stuff, I slow it down and I tone most stuff out. Like if when truckers are talking, I pretty much tone everything they say out. And I've learned that you're dealing with a real resentment. A lot of guys get into trucks because they want to get away from the world. A lot of these rednecks can't do nothing else but drive a truck, and that's real. And there's a hatred of science, there's a hatred of technology with them. Like the dude that trained me here, it wasn't really training, but one day he just showed me where to go. I was telling them about how they were sending me Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and they just sent me like who I'd be delivering to, what I'd be working that day, yes, who I'm delivering to, time to pick up, time to leave, pick up numbers, 31's a number, all that stuff. I told him, I said, you get it? This redneck told me, oh no, I don't have this, I don't have Messenger, I'm an old man. Guys, I was using Messenger when I first started driving back 2012. This is now 2020. And he's telling me he doesn't have Facebook Messenger. These are cavemen you're working with. And see that's why I say, like, I know I'm dealing with Trump supporters, I know I'm dealing with rednecks, and I know that with them there's a resentment, there's an anger, there's a rage towards a world they don't understand. And they don't want to understand it. They have no reason to. The idea, to me, messaging is very helpful. It's a very quick way of sending information. How do you realize, if you're like me, that you're working and dealing with people you have nothing in common with. That much of the things they complain about, if I was to sit down and look at it, I'd be like, that's great. Yeah, that's a good thing. They should have done that. So when I go in places, maybe this is weird. It's like the meditation thing has helped me with this. That I do my deep breathing. I slow it down. I tone most stuff out. I don't hear much of what those guys are talking about. Other than where I'm dropping the trail at, where I'm picking up the next one. That's about it, man. Maybe it seems weird, maybe it seems standoffish, but I've just met so many ignorant, backwards crackers out here that what you realize is this is their world. Think about this. Me and this had this conversation a while back. Me and this had this conversation. If you're a cracker and you got on the road because you don't want to deal with blacks and stuff like that, think about it. You drive a truck. They keep you out in the Midwest, or they keep you in the South. A lot of that trucking is in the South. A lot of customers all white. Truck stop, you pull up to the truck stop, you get out, what's playing? Country music, right? It's all this country music. And then you go in the truck stop, it's all white people. And what's playing on the TV? Discovery Channel. Some old cracker bullshit on Discovery Channel about some hillbillies running a moonshine still, or some shit about digging for gold. So if you're a cracker, if you're a fucking redneck cracker that's living 100 years in the past, this is a paradise. like, one thing I learned driving trucks, I learned very quickly that I'm a professional tourist. You know, going to Vegas, I didn't gamble. I went to Cincinnati a weekend. I went to the Grand Canyon. I've been to Los Angeles several times. Hung out in California, in San Francisco, been to Oakland. You figure out with truckers that they don't do that. They just go from truck stop to truck stop. They can go to New York. I've been to New York City. Went bowling. They don't do that. They don't, you know, and there's a lot of stuff I haven't been able to do that I want to do. But they don't, you know what I mean? Like, because that's not the world they want. You know? Like, I went to Philly and shit, and I'm like, ooh, this is Philly. I had to learn, like, when they complain about California and stuff like that, that's not because of the roads, guys. I never had a problem in California with police or the roads. Never had a problem. Never. Like 13 lane roads out. Never had a problem. They don't like California because of what it represents. Can't carry a gun everywhere. And they tolerate gay people out there. These rednecks hate that. You know? I've learned more about rednecks driving a truck than I probably could have if I went and was a senator or something in Louisiana or something. And these are backwards, ignorant people. And like my friend Denzel, we were talking about computers and the Qualcomm, and I was, you know, talking about how things I do. I got an app on here that I use for my log and keep trucking. And he told me something that I thought about, that they hate technology. Even when it works, they hate it. Even if it's something that because they hate change. They hate any change. And so if you are a cracker and you hate change and you don't want to use cell phones, you hate all this stuff, well then for you, it doesn't take much for you to be irritated. I used to always not understand that. Like, how they would be fussing about this and fussing about that. Yeah, because it's change. You understand? You know? That's what it is. That for them, the world is a certain kind of way, and they want to keep it that way. Even if that means things being bad for large segments of the population, they're okay with that. You understand? What I'm saying is, with the Trump supporters, I learned from trucking, there's a mindset there. It isn't just, I fucking hate gay people and I fucking want to put blacks in their place and Mexicans should go back. It isn't just that. It's a mindset. It's a philosophy of regression. And it's a societal resentment against forces of change. You know, be that whom they may be, they hate it. And so, you know, I just realized when I deal with truckers, I don't think like them, dude. I had me some Uncle Ben's rice today. I got a blender in there, I run a blender. I got me some goji juice. Bought that from Walmart for like 50 cents a bag. I don't think like these crackers out here. I use extracts. You know, I don't think like these crackers, and I never will. And they'll never think like me. Because it's not about the issues, it's about the idea that they're living in the past. And they're always going to be there. And so, when you're a Yankee, that's my point right there. You know, oh, you're a Yankee. You know, it just, like I said, when I go in these places, honestly, I bet you, if you had a doctor randomly pop up, and I was in one of these, like, when I get my loads and I'm standing in there with them drivers and we're just waiting and they're typing the loads in, if they check me, I bet you they will be able to tell my heartbeat slows down when I go in there. Well, I mean, there a minute or two. I bet you. Because I turn off. I don't hear that much. I don't want to hear that much. I don't want to hear, because you realize, like in trucking, that anti-Semitism, homophobia, racism, casual homophobia, casual anti-Semitism, that's just the norm out here. You know, that's just the norm. That's not an aberration. You know, you hear some things that get your blood boiling, and I've just learned that, hey man, this is what I'm doing right now. This is how I pay my bills. You know, it's what it is. I can't change them. One thing about, I would say, with like black people or gays or whatever, that you get to a point in your life where you realize you can't change certain groups, and I don't even want to try. So you gotta, you know, because you only got so much life energy. Why waste it on trash? The people I'm talking about here are trash. Just, you know, calling people faggots and stuff. That's trash. And there's no interest, there's no need for me to spend my energy trying to correct white trash. There's no need for that, guys. You understand? No need whatsoever. You need to be focused on your energy, people who actually respect you and appreciate you for who and what you are and for the knowledge you bring. These people out here, they're what Hillary called the deplorables. That's one thing she said in 16 that since 2020, I agree. A lot of things Hillary said I didn't agree with, but they're deplorables. And the fact that they're proud to be, it's kind of like the tattoo, they say they are proud to be a infidel. Well, infidel just means unfaithful. You know, it just, but it's the fact that it's in Arabic, these people, these racists, will take that and put it on them. It's like public enemy number one or something. It's like if I was wanted by the police, I was like a villain, and I got to attend to public enemy number one. But we know what that means. I'm an enemy to the public. I need to be stopped, right? That's what that is. So that is. And the fact that you have military people so proudly sporting it, it shows you how much of a racist, white supremacist country this is. The fact that you have military units that have the Confederate flag and give the flag to other units, other countries and stuff, it just proves that this is a white supremacist country. Big time. Oh yeah. I got off subject. I just make the point that for me, when I deal with truckers, I turn it off. Really, I play, when I deal with white men, I play it dumb. I play it dumb. One thing I learned white people, especially rednecks, is that if you shut your mouth and you listen sometimes, they'll tell you everything you know to get over on them. Because one thing about rednecks, they've always got to make it to where they're better than you. No matter what. I don't care if you and a redneck work the same job, the same shift, drive the same car, live in the same neighborhood, your kids go to the same schools, a redneck is still going to do some little bullshit to say, well, I make $1 more because I work these. You know what I'm saying? Well, my daddy was this, so that means I get the job. This is what rednecks do. This is what they do, guys, and this is what I've learned over the years. So, I don't waste my energy, my time, my life spirit on trash. Peace.